many of you have seen this slide before. Very often in students' minds, and also the way accounting is portrayed, particularly early on in accounting degrees, very unproblematic. Follow the rules, you'll be fine. Whereas those of us who have been in practice and, are working in other contexts know that it's messy and very often shades of grey, yes, but often. And that's where students really struggle to adapt from this story to this story, as we often sprinkle modules that cover these sorts of judgments, difficult areas of but, maybe, depends on, towards the end of a degree, after we've told them it's unproblematic. So this has been bothering us for some time, and a number of us got together last September to try to understand what we could do about it. So we said, okay, we've got some agency as educators within our classrooms. What can we do? So we're aware that there's lots of criticism about the technical aspects of the accounting curriculum, loads of literature on this. There's also literature which says the skills gap is increasing despite the faithful replication of the professional syllabus in our classes, despite the push towards employability and so on. And also we're very aware of our role as gatekeepers of knowledge. We control what students learn and the perspectives that are being put through to them in that classroom environment. So all of these things kind of came together as part of the project. So we said to this group, what do you think we can do? Where should we start? What can we contribute in a small way to moving the agenda forward from, there's all these problems. Well, what are the solutions? And how can we make a small difference in our own way? What we're doing is we're creating an online, open access, digital first interactive textbook. So many of you will be thinking, online book, it's like a PDF. No, it's not. This is properly interactive. It has inbuilt video. It has inbuilt quizzing function. Students will be able to read it on their mobile phones. It won't be printed, at least in first instance. It will embed more of a dialogic approach. It will have case studies that students will be able to watch the video on and then discuss some of the sticky points, as well as, of course, don't forget the fundamentals that are so critical to building competence and skills in accounting. We hope that by starting at the first accounting course, embedding ethics and sustainability and some of the other concerns we've heard about today, that we will create students who have a more developed critical thinking skills, and that they will be able to build on those as they go through their degrees. And that will then be borne out in the workplace as we see more of our students going into professional qualification. Because at the moment, I think it's probably fair to say that accounting and finance students, although we have lots and lots of graduates, they're not the graduates of choice for the profession. Now, there's no advantage that they're getting in many cases. We don't see that when you look at the key facts and trends that the FRC publish each year. Actually, you can see that there aren't large numbers of accounting and finance students going on into professional qualification. And of course, not all of them will want to, but you would expect to see them as the preferred degree. Okay, so we also, at the same time, asked students what they thought the key issues are, or that we should be addressing as an accountant. We did this at the very start of modules. Students who had never studied accounting before. So what perceptions are they coming with to an accounting module or degree? I found it surprising that tax featured so heavily. Now, that might not be surprising given, their information is maybe based on media type knowledge. Obviously, AI was up there, heard a lot about AI taking your jobs. So is there going to be a job for me if AI can do accounting? Well, yes, if you think accounting is only technical, that could well be the case. Ethics came through quite strongly, and the other themes, which A lot of them aren't surprising, but I was particularly surprised that tax featured so highly, as well as fraud. So quite interesting. And we're going to run that same question in the next academic year to see how things change over time. Obviously, there will be certain things that are higher in the news, kind of in the media at certain points in time. So it'll be interesting to see how that changes. So the outline of the textbook is here, and it really very much starts from the why do we need this? What are we doing? How do we then do it? How would you use the accounts? And so on, asking all the sort of who, what, where, why, when type of questions to bring students through that journey of learning and help them understand accounting within context, rather than accounting over here and real life sort of over there somewhere, or real life after I graduate. So to try to bring it together with interesting case studies and alternative perspectives on various different issues. So how can you contribute? Well, we have an advisory group, and we're going to be opening up 3 additional places on that advisory group. So if anybody is interested, please do get in contact with either myself, Jenny, or Richard, and outline how you can help us with our projects. We've already got our unit contributors, but there will be a need for additional supporting resources. So to help people use the e-textbook in various different ways. So if you're interested in that, we will be putting out calls to our mailing list, and you can join the mailing list. I'll explain later on. You can adopt it either partially or fully in your teaching when it's published. There's no mandate here to use all of it. It's open access, it's free to use. You can pick out pieces that you think are particularly relevant to use alongside other textbooks, where you think there might be gaps, or where you feel that there's a particular case study that you want to drop into your teaching. The videos will all be on the YouTube channel, so you'll be able to drop them into your lecture materials as you need it. This is not mandating a particular syllabus. It's not mandating a particular way of teaching. It's providing alternative types of resources and materials to support people as they wish, as they see fit, because we recognise that everyone's situation and context is different. Importantly, we will need feedback to make it better, to improve it. Version 1.0 won't be as good as version 2.0 or version 3.0. But the benefit of having the online platform is that you can update it quite quickly. There's no mandated points, so we're not beholden to someone else's schedule for updates. If something suddenly becomes topical, we can drop in extra case studies, a new chapter, whatever. So you can join our mailing list and follow us on social media. So what's going to happen next? Well, we're hoping to publish the ebook Q4 this year. That might be very ambitious, might be Q1 2025, but we're on track at the moment for Q4 this year. Obviously, there'll be piloting and testing and everything else that comes with it. We're looking for feedback and enhancement on the materials once they're released. And we will be building impact measurement and a research agenda around it. Luckily, because it's online, we'll get great data analytics. So we'll be able to see where the gaps are. And most importantly, we need more funds.